Sister Babita, dignitaries on the dais, parents, and the most beautiful little children. It's such a delightful morning to start on a Friday morning and witness the little children perform. I can safely say that I have been killed by cuteness, enchantment, love, and beauty. All of these rolled into one, into these little children. and when I came here, I was thinking I give a serious speech to parents, but after seeing their performance, I'm speechless. And I sincerely feel that when I was a little child of their age, I didn't even have 1% of the vocabulary they have used today. Especially when they gave my introduction, when they said specialist in diabetes and metabolic disease and Bombay Hospital Institute, and I would have gone to the dictionary for every word. So I am truly humbled today to realize that the next generation is far, far ahead of us. And I'm not only just delighted, but I'm really grateful to Sister Babita for leading this institution to such great heights. And my association with Sister Babita is since many years, when she was a school teacher and grown into a magnificent principal. And I'm sure VTS never going to let her go wherever she may want to go, but she'll still remain here in heart. There were many issues I thought of speaking on, but truly speaking, after watching the children, I have lost all train of thought. But I'd like to say one thing, that it never ceases to amaze me when I see little girls like this, of the wonders of biology, where two simple cells unite and create a human being, and these human beings are capable of so much heartwarming abilities which can almost overwhelm you. And so all you parents are really lucky to have children like these in your homes for you all the time. To be very frank with you, I have always yearned for a daughter, but I never got one. And then everyone consoled me, especially my wife, and she said, "You will get daughters-in-law." Then I said, "I got two daughters-in-law," and very soon I realized that they have their own father, and they'll never leave the loyalty of their father. So I'll always remain second fiddle. Then there's someone consoled me saying, "You get granddaughters." So I waited for a long while, because children nowadays think that the new 25 is 35. So I waited, and then I got one grandson, lovely boy, and the second grandson, another lovely boy, and a third grandson. And then my daughter-in-law says, "Dad, it's very expensive for education, it's very expensive for..." And so I didn't have, she is very categorically said that, "I think enough." So you can imagine what I feel when I come here. It's a mix between awe and jealousy. I see so many little girls, so beautiful, so pretty and so lovable, that is going to be something that I'm going to request Sister Babita to keep me associated with this school, simply for this reason. I didn't get a single granddaughter nor a daughter, so I'm going to adopt the entire school as mine, with your permission. I'm going to give just a short sermon to mothers. You have something that's growing really beautifully in your homes, these little girls. And I would say, after having seen so many years and having experienced so much of life, that these children are your best assets. And these children should be taught three things. There are many things, we feel we want to teach them everything, but I teach them three things. One is hard work. Never shy away from it, because you don't know when good times turn to bad and when bad times turn to good. And if you're prepared for it, nothing in this world can conquer you. And that's one quality I would say every child, whether it is a boy or a girl, but particularly if it's a girl, teach her the value of hard work and to be used to it. And that starts from this little age. The second thing I'd say is honesty. And it sounds like very cliched, and that sounds like everyone should, it's taken for granted, but to be honest requires courage. And courage is something that develops from your little days. The courage to stand up to the truth. And that, I feel, sometimes is lacking in a series of generations, where we take the easier way out. And courage takes a lot of strength of character, and that strength of character is what you mold at this age, and that comes from mother to child. And so, courage would result into honesty, and therefore, honesty would be another second quality to inculcate in these children. And the third quality is the value for time. We feel that we have ages stretching out ahead of us, and we can do things in our life very peacefully, very happily, and we squander away. But I look at these children as a heap of clay, wet clay, and we are the sculptors. And sometimes we feel we are fiddling while that wet clay is just lying, till someone tells us that this wet clay is going to become hard overnight at the age of 18. And so then I realized that there isn't any time. We have to work every second of our time in molding them, because this is the age where they get molded. And you mold them into a masterpiece. You need to put in all your time and realize that there is no time afterwards. And then there's only time to regret. So the value for time is something that we need to learn, or you all need to learn, all of us need to learn, and we need to teach our children the value of time. And when the value of time would derive into prioritizing, knowing what's important, what's urgent, what's not important, what's not urgent. And when I talk to children a little older than these, and I hear them using words like, when I ask them, what are you doing? And they say, I'm hanging out with my friends. And I think to myself, I said, what did you say? Say, I'm hanging out with my friends. And I said, do you know who hangs out? Is clothes which are hanging to dry on a line. And when you say I'm hanging out, it means like you're a lifeless trouser or a lifeless dress or a lifeless shirt that's hanging out with all the other clothes on the line. And said, you're not lifeless. So never use that word hanging out. And another word which they use is, I'm chilling with my friends. So I asked them, I said, what do you mean by chilling? Said, just relaxing. So I said, the word chilling, if at all was possible, would be used by a dead body who was inside a freezer, talking to another dead body inside another freezer, and said that we are both chilling together. I said, neither are you a lifeless shirt or a trouser, neither are you a lifeless human being. You have life, you have hope, you have talent, you have everything. And therefore, desist from using these terms for the children. I tell them, desist from using these terms and actually use your lives. And that's the thing we can inculcate in them. So these three qualities, value for time, hard work, and honesty. I say if you give these three qualities, all the other qualities will derive straight away from that. And what I tell the fathers is on a different note. I can't see the audience, but how many fathers are there? Can you raise your hand? There are not so many as mothers. And can you mothers raise their hands? It's such a tragedy that fathers have missed such a fantastic program. I just tell you a little bit of a thought that came to my mind before I end the day, end my talk to you. When I was, I told you earlier that I didn't have daughter, nor did I have a granddaughter. So I would look with a lot of yearning at my friends who had daughters. And many of them, through my profession, through my teaching abilities and my nature, that they became friends with me. and I would meet many of them one on one. One day I asked my friend's daughter for dinner, and I said, "Come, we have dinner together and we'll talk." And that dinner I wished would never end. It was such an animated dinner. It was so much fun talking to her, giving my experiences, getting her experiences, getting her thought processes, that we didn't realize that when we started at 7, it became 11 o'clock before we realized. And after some time, I went and asked her father, I said, "Have you ever taken your daughter for dinner?" He said, "Yeah, many times." I said, "What do you mean by many times?" So he said, "Oh, we have family dinner every week, or every 2 weeks we go out for dinner." I said, "No, family dinner. Did you take your daughter out alone for dinner?" Then he started thinking, and then he says, "No, I don't think we ever did that." I said, "Don't know what you're missing. While she is growing, you're not doing that, and one fine day she'll have left your home and gone, and she'll have no time for you." So gender attracts, and male attracts female, and female attracts male. So sons go for mothers and daughters go for fathers. This is normal biology. When sons come home from school, their mother's always waiting for them. Even daughters, when they come from school, their mothers are waiting for them. They get their mother all the time, one on one. Sons get their mothers one on one, but when daughter comes home, father's not there. Fathers may come late in the evening. She may have gone to sleep. She may wake up next morning and he's busy on the phone or he's traveling. So that yearning of a daughter to be with her father remains unfulfilled for years together and then is forgotten. And that bond of your own blood with your daughter and father are two, that one bond is an unfulfilled bond. I tell all the fathers here and those who are not here, at least once a month or at least once in your lifetime, take your girl out for dinner once and see the difference. You will discover a whole new world and it will give her a whole new reason to live and to grow into a magnificent person. So I'll say with these few words, I wish you all the very best, and I thank Sister Babita for inviting me for this most beautiful program. And I can tell you that tell all the children here that your program was magnificent. I pay all my wealth to see this, and I got this opportunity on my lap. I think I'm very thankful for that. Thanks very much, and I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Dr. Gokani, for those inspiring and encouraging words. I'm sure it will motivate us